Francis,
Yeah.
welcome. We've upgraded
Yeah.
our studio a little bit, hey?
Yeah.
We even got the fake laughing, just in case what I say isn't funny.
We just press.
All right. So I guess what should we do? We could kick off with how things were in the last podcast. That was your first one, right?
Yeah, that was my very first one. Yeah.
And second one?
This
Today?
one- yeah, today.
And do you actually know that there was a YouTube comment that said, "Oh, this is really good. Like, I can't wait to hear more." And I think 2 weeks ago I said, "Oh, yeah, there'll be more coming soon."
Who was that? I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I'll have to look at it after. But I guess there's been, quite a few changes since the last podcast. And
Yeah.
if anything, it's a good time to speak now because, well, you just had a comp and you got one coming up. And
In like 2 months, which is like 8
Yeah.
weeks away. Yeah.
8 weeks, juniors, you had a good comp just before. Progress has been going good.
Yeah.
And I guess for yourself, what's the biggest change, let's say, in your training in the last 4 to 6 months?
Yeah.
Because it's a training related. Last time we talked about mindset, but yeah, training in the last 4 to 6 months that have changed, any practices,
Yeah.
any change in mobility, nutrition, mindset,
Yeah.
actual training, any new techniques, or
Yeah.
because your progress has been pretty fast. You
Yeah.
seem to be still a novice.
Yeah.
You're progressing faster than an advanced lifter lifting your weights normally
Yeah.
would. So what's the winning edge? What's the tactic? Is there a tactic or?
I think what would I say? I think it's more about like your attitude, attitude towards everything, like training. I think what I normally do for my training is I always try to learn, always try to try new stuff, When Jose says something, when my coach says something, I'm like, you know what, let's give it a go. If it works, it works. Because you don't really want to stick to one thing. You want to try new stuff and see what works for you. And so with my training, especially with my squats, well, I tried the Y stance. Yeah, and it's been going pretty good, even though we introduced that like pretty late. Like we introduced that like very late.
You mean late before the comp?
Yeah, late before the comp. I think we introduced that 3 weeks before the comp.
Yeah.
But still, I was able to like squat heavier than I would, and there wasn't like that much of an issue. Like there wasn't that much of an issue compared to before. Because when I was doing like the narrow stance, I was getting like a lot of back pain because there were a lot of shifts causing my back to take over everything. But with the wide stance, it's so much better. And this comes back to my training. Like, what do I do in my training? And one thing I do is I try to always keep learning, right? Always keep learning from other people. Even sometimes I ask random people, I'm like, okay, how's your squat? Like, what do you do? What do you do? Even though, like, sometimes I know what I'm talking about, but I just want to get ideas from other people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing is always trying to learn. Even if just keep learning.
Yeah. I thought you at the start were saying complaining.
I mean, you can complain. Yeah, you can complain as long as you do it. It doesn't. Yeah, if you complain and you stop, that's a problem. But if you complain and do it, that's it.
No, I just thought that's what you said. But yeah, keep learning, and that seems to be I agree with that completely. Like, it doesn't even need to be someone that's like stronger than you,
Yeah, you
bigger than you, or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, well, they're going pretty good at the moment. Like,
yeah,
what's something new that they're doing?
Yeah, and I just yeah. I always like to ask like people like from the gym, especially with my sumo. I was asking Michael, I'm like, okay, so what do you do? What do you do? I just want to learn something so I can add it to what I have, just to get better.
Yeah. So constantly learning, constantly being open to new ideas, not being stuck in your ways. And I guess that's almost a skill because, say, like, let's be honest, and everyone sort of knows that's listening, you do have some genetic advantages to being muscly, mobile leverages, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But with that being said, and your ability to progress in the past, you've already got PBs. You've hit PBs. You've gotten stronger in the squat. All your lifts. How big was your comp PB from last time to this?
So I had my total was 55 kilo increase.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Because there was lockdown and stuff like that. So from States last year.
Yeah.
To qualifiers this year, 55 kilos up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my weight, I only put on like 80 grams.
80?
Yeah.
Or 800?
Sorry, not 80. 800. So 0.5. 0.8.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. So it's pretty good. It was pretty good. Because my squats, right? What I wanted, my goal has always been to get 30 times my body weight. And I was able to get it. So.
What did you hit? 7, 14, 21. Wait. Yeah. What did you hit?
225.
Ooh, squat.
Yeah. 225. Wow. Yeah. That's pretty good.
And that's with some hip shift as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Another one that I'm pretty curious to ask about is, so, and I never asked this in the last one, your transition from soccer.
Yeah.
I know you've played like casual soccer here and there, and I even asked Nathan a while ago, you know, Nathan from the gym, about his transition from boxing to strength training, and what's the desire to get better? Like, say for example, soccer would be to win more games, or there's all these different skills that you can learn to become a better soccer player, and I assume that's quite addictive. And you go to games, you get fitter, you learn these things that are making you better at the game, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between soccer's learning, getting better, getting faster, getting skill-based better as well, and getting around people more, and powerlifting, where it might be like not getting injured or fixing imbalances or changing technique or eating more? Like, what's the main difference from, say, a team sport to an individual sport and sort of a fitness/power sport where you got to get fast and skill, and there's skill in powerlifting, but like more of a strength sport? Can you, because I don't actually know that, because I've been doing powerlifting for quite some time and I can't really relate back to, say, when I did swimming or whatnot, but would you be able to say the main differences, or why you still enjoy strength training, powerlifting, even though you were going quite well at soccer as well?
Yeah. I think, as you said, when it comes to soccer, right, it's more of like a group. It's a group. But this is very individual. It's you, even though you have groups supporting you. But when you step on the platform, you have to lift the weight. You have to get it done. Like, everyone is looking up to you. But when it comes to soccer, it's more like a team. We're looking up to the whole team, right? And if you can be going crazy hard, you can be the best on the team, but someone can just let the whole team down. You can be the best, but someone will just let the whole team down. But this, it's just you. Even though you have team supporting you and everything, but once you step on the platform, it's just you. So what I realized is with strength training, I can actually see my improvement, right? But whilst when it comes to soccer, even though I can see that I'm improving, but it's just like I don't really get the reward from it, because it's like it's a team. I'll train so hard throughout the whole week. I'll go to a game, play my best, and someone will just let the team down. And it's like at the end they look for who won the game, not who played the best. You know, it's what team won the game. It's not who was the best player on the field. They don't look at it. You can sometimes people notice that, but it wouldn't be as much as like when it comes to like powerlifting. It's just you. You put in the work. People notice. But with strength training, with soccer and everything, it's just like a group. It's a group sport, so like it's just the whole team. So the reason why I really enjoy powerlifting is I get to see the result. I get to see like how much, I get to see the outcome of all the work that I put in. Okay.
And you like having control over that, do you?
Yeah. Because that's the big thing. Because I can control everything when it comes to powerlifting, my strength, my injury and everything. I can control that. But with a team, it's just so hard, because It's just like you show up to a game and then the rest will just be marking around. And it's just like, come on, man. It's a big game. You got to put in your work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this, it's just like, if everything, it's you. It's you. It's like, if you don't put in, you will know. If you put in the work, you will know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So you like being able to see the progress from the work that's put in,
yeah.
not on a linear scale, but you can almost feel, okay, I get the reward from the work that I put in. I get the reward from the work I put in. And there's this positive feedback loop. Whereas in soccer, you put the work in, a lot of work in.
Yeah.
Fitness, skill,
Everything.
power, whatever it is. And then it's like, sweet, do I get the reward? Not always.
Not always. Yeah.
Okay, so you like being able to have control over or some control, it's not complete control, over the future result that you get from powerlifting.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you, you went through your mentality, I know last time you're like, nah, you don't even know. Like someone's like, oh, I wish I was you.
Yeah.
You don't even know what I've come from, past, last experience.
Yes.
But has there been any sort of mentality change in the last, say, 6 months towards training that has assisted your results? Like, have you had a different outlook? I know you talked about taking on information
from people.
Yeah. Is that a change, or have you always done that?
I think now I'm doing more of that because I started to see the benefit of that. Because before I used to do it, but I was like, it doesn't work anyway. Like I'll ask people, how do you do this? And what they'll tell me, I feel like I'll do it, it doesn't work. But now I feel like learning, it all comes back to who you surround yourself with, Because if you surround yourself with like positive people, like even though they wouldn't teach you anything, but they will give you something that will push you, right? It's like someone tell you, come on, let's go, you can do this. It's not like a big thing, something that's gonna help you lift the weight, but it's just like it's gonna trigger something that will help you lift the weight.
Yeah, I can agree with that completely. So I guess the environment or taking in your surroundings almost to be like, I always like thinking about it. The thing with Denzel, one of France's client, Denzel, he put up that edit, like he's doing 140 kilo.
Yeah.
But it's like, even though I can definitely do more than 140 kilo deadlift, his drive and his desire,
everything. I wanted to lift, like legit. I listened to the same song when I lifted my heaviest on the same day. Yeah. Because I can just feel that energy from him. He was like so hyped. It's not like when you look at it, you can lift more than that, but it's just like the way, the surrounding. He's like ready, like where the energy that he put up there, that was crazy. And it's just like, it all comes from everyone too, because he sees everyone, he get that energy. Even that day, he wasn't like really ready, He was like, hey man, I'm not sure if I can hit that 130 today. And I'm like, bro, do you really want to hit it? He's like, yeah. He started putting on some songs, everyone coming around telling him you can do it, and then he hit 130 like that. And I was like, okay, let's go, 140. And then, so I think your surrounding is very important. Like, it's very, very, very important. Very important.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. And I've done some videos on the sort of XGym community page about, people talk about community, and you're probably thinking like, it's wish-washy. Like, you don't need community. You can go to the gym, go to, I don't know, any commercial gym and just pump weights. Like, if you look at in the scheme of things, like you lift X weight, you progress, that's how you get strong. You don't get strong by people saying you can do it. You can do it, being positive. Like, what's that all about? But for me now, like, especially since XGym's evolved and there's more people there, that positive environment, I feel it makes a big difference. Yeah. Like, it only has to make a small difference for that day. Yeah. But sometimes all you need is a small difference to make it a...
Yeah, that's why people tend to lift really heavy at comp.
Why?
It's because of the surrounding. Like, you hear all these people shouting. Even though I don't have, like, sometimes there are some songs that I play that hype me up. I don't have it on when I'm lifting, but hearing all these people, you feel like everyone is counting on you. That's what you feel. You feel like everyone is counting on you. And you, like, it's not like you have to prove anything, but you don't want to let people down,
You're like,
At least you're
they're
gonna
happy
give it a
for
go.
you.
Yeah,
Some
everyone is
people have come up to watch you, and you're
all
like,
the way. Yeah,
all right, I
People
got to
try
do it.
all the way like an hour just to come watch you, and you're gonna let them down. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it doesn't work like that. So.
No, exactly right. Like, because someone's time is very valuable, and
Yeah.
they're giving their energy, they're giving everything to you.
Yeah.
Like, they could be at home relaxing, playing games, whatever, but they've decided to come, show up,
Yeah.
support you, and that's all you need.
Yeah. So surrounding is very important. Like, yeah, I would like even some of my mates when they come to the gym, they were like, "Wait, like I can't even put headphones on and train," you know?
They can't.
Yeah, because you get people to talk to you to motivate you. It's not like talking to distract you, but like talking to you to, ask about just to get you into the zone like of training. I was talking to Jose's mom, right? And she loves coming to the gym because she feels like the gym is like a stress relief. When she comes, she's happy. She gets trained. She gets to see she gets to see Linda. She gets to see us. She gets to see everyone. But when she's home, she's like, oh, like when I go to work, it's like, I don't really feel happy because work it's a lot of stuff going on at work. She doesn't really feel happy. But when she comes to the gym, it feels like a stress relief. And I'm pretty sure I think almost 80% of the people from the gym feels the same. Even I feel the same.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like when I'm in the gym, when I'm training, it's just different. I feel like I'm in a whole different state.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've told people before, they're like, "Oh, how do you go not training? Was it good, relaxing?" It's like, nah, like my body didn't feel good.
Yeah.
It was.
It's like I thought I couldn't squat today, but I'm like, nah, I think I can do it. I got it done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think environment is very important. Like, yeah. So you just gotta be careful with who you surround yourself with.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like I said, some I'm not saying everyone, some people will sort of look at that and be like, "Oh, come on,
I'll get away with that."
Yeah. I don't need to listen to that. Like,
yeah.
What do? You lift weight, you progress. If I can do that in a negative environment, then what's the issue? It's like, we're not saying it's an issue.
Yeah.
Also, is that maybe that 1-2% that's holding you back from getting
what
you really want?
Yeah, it is.
I think that's one of the almost hardest parts to get yourself out of, right? Like if you're in a negative environment, it's quite hard to separate and then go and join a positive environment, right?
Yeah, it is. It is hard.
Like, do you know any friends? You don't have to give names or anything that have done that transition, or yourself, or anything that you can think about.
Yeah, I think like no names, but like I'm training with one of my friends, and he's going pretty good. He's going pretty good. I mean, I can mention his name. Yeah, okay, Tarun. Yeah, because before he used to train by himself, right? He used to train, but the motivation there wasn't like as strong as right now. Because now he loves coming to the gym now. Like, he really loves coming to the gym. And like, I posted his video yesterday, and all the boys are like, "Whoa, is that really Tarun?" Like, one of my mates messaged me saying, "Oh, I didn't even notice that was Tarun."
Really? Why?
Because of the progress.
Like, because he's lifting heavy weight, or because of his aura, like how he approaches things, like what?
Yeah, I think because of the way, I'll say because of the way he looks. Because like before, it's like, oh, Tarun, I don't really think Tarun would do that, because he wasn't that person you think he's so into training, or he wasn't really, like, we play soccer with him, but when you think about people that you think, oh, high school, I'm pretty sure this guy is going to keep training. He wasn't that person. And now everyone sees him and be like, whoa, I can't believe he's training. And this started with him coming into the gym. Before he wasn't sure. He was like, man, I don't even know if I can do this. But I'm like, just give it a go, So just try surround yourself with at least 2 or 3 positive people and see what that will help. And now he loves coming to the gym now. And he loves it. Now he can even train by himself because this negative thought doesn't affect him because he's so surrounded with positive people.
It sort of outweighs the
yeah.
negativity that could potentially drag you down, right? Well, I guess that's an alright tactic, hey? Like, I guess the intimidating part about, like, someone might be completely aware they're in a negative environment, or like they'll see certain things and maybe they're sort of into personal development a bit, and they sort of finding out like, oh, okay, they're saying you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and they're sort of looking around like, oh gosh, I don't know about this. But I guess the big intimidating factor would be, well, so what, I just got to say goodbye to all my friends and, all right, I'm going to go see positive people now.
No.
Like you said, 2 or 3, like why not just 2 to be under, like if there's 2 positive people, that's under 5, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's under half of 5. But if
Yeah.
it's 3, then all of
You're
a
over
sudden,
that, yeah.
you're over that halfway mark. So that could be a different tactic that people could use.
Yeah, I think I can use myself as an example. Like, you know me, on the weekends, I party like crazy.
Yeah.
And you see the people I
Cliff
surround
dive.
myself with when I party.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So on the weekend, I party like crazy. And I feel like I'm a whole different person when I'm partying. And when people see me, sometimes people don't really know what I do throughout the weekdays. And when they find out, they get so shocked.
what?
Just like, when I party, I don't drink.
Yeah.
I have fun. And like, I can stay as long as I want. You know, I can party too late and I'll still be fine. But it's just the fact that throughout the whole week, I surround myself with positive people from Monday to, let's say, Friday. Saturday, when I go out, I'll just go have fun. No one can influence me to drink, to do any orders of stuff.
Yeah.
No one can influence me to do it because, like, from Monday to Friday, I've built up all this positive energy.
Yeah.
You can't just change it on a Saturday.
Yeah. Like you're not just going to break down. Yeah. Like you built up this wall over the course of I don't know how long.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to use this little hammer.
Yeah.
I'm going to whack you down.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So, and is that an active approach? Like where did that come from? Because, well, it's not that it's rare. I'm not going to say that, but it's more so it's quite easy to conform, get influenced by others, and oh yeah, they're all drinking, why don't I? And like you said, the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But I guess, yeah, how was that an active approach? Was it always like that? And yeah, where did it come from? Where did that originate? Like, well, say you come in, and you're like, oh no, I don't drink. And we're like, oh, okay, against your religion? No, I just don't drink.
I just don't drink.
Yeah, it's like, okay, not just the drinking part, but
Yeah.
more so the discipline to want to be positive, to do good things, to be healthy, to be strong, to be strong-minded, to be strong-willed, to surround yourself by strong, like that whole mentality doesn't just come from nothing, I don't think.
And I think this doesn't come once. It's something that you have to build it up. Like you have to start from 1% and then build it all the way up. Right? So it didn't start now. It started ages ago. I've already talked to you about it. And
Recap?
yeah, recap. Yeah. Yeah, I think as I said in the old podcast, I said I wanted to be better, right? And to be better, it all started with like soccer and everything. Wanted to be better, so you gotta know like what can you do to be better. You know, what can you do to be better, and you realize like all this stuff that you do just pretty much slows you down. And to get to the top, you have to be different. Like to get to the top, you don't have to live your life as like an average person. You know, you have to always try get better. You know, always try better your best. Always trying to improve what you did yesterday. And I didn't drink yesterday. If I drink today, am I gonna get better than what I did yesterday? I'm probably gonna get worse. Right. Let's say I train from Monday all the way to Friday. I go drink on the weekend, get smashed, and then on Monday I feel so tired I can't train anymore. You know. So
it's the I know the domino effect.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, if we go back even another step, that's almost the awareness of what negative things on the weekend or could do, but where did the desire to think about that stuff come in? Because even that thought pattern and even the restriction, like once you do it, you're like, oh, sweet, I feel good, I progress, that's fine. There's already that loop. But before that positive loop happened, like where did that come from?
I think what I know is I know how it feels to be down. Right? I know how it feels to be like so down. Like if you've been at the bottom before, you know how it is. You don't want to go back there. You know what I mean? It's like I've already talked to you about this like ages ago, and it's all coming from like past experience as well. And I don't want to go back to that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that person anymore. You know? And this all goes back. I don't know if you want me to talk about it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So with I have a brother, right? I have an older brother who's like very older than me. He's very old. He's like we have like 11 years gap, and he was just telling me how my mom was, right? And what he was telling me was, and that's something that I knew as well. I knew as a kid, but I wasn't know if it was like true, you know, because I was so little. I have no idea. And this goes to like when my mom had me, right? I think she used to drink. That's how she get her stress away, apparently. Like she used to drink a lot. And that's something I promised to myself I will never drink again. Like I will never drink. Because I know if she was still alive, she'll tell me not to drink. Because she knows what happened to her when she was drinking. And now like people trying to force me. I'm like, bro, I said I don't want to drink. Especially on my 21st. They were like, nah, you have to drink. I'm like, you can't force me to drink if I don't want to. And that has always been the reason why I don't want to drink when it comes to like drinking power. Like, and I've always want to be better because I know if she was still alive, she wants me to be better. She doesn't want me to be like the way she was. And I'm doing this to honor her as well.
Yeah. So it's deeper than just, it's not a superficial thing like, I just want to look good. I just want to look good.
Nah.
It's, all right, like, not just what she would want from you, but what you want to be in, like, you want her to almost feel proud. Is that right? Or
yeah, I think, yeah. And also, I want to live a life that she wished she could have.
Okay. Yeah, so then that's the base. That's the origination.
Yeah. And it's such a strong base that it's so hard to change it. You can't change that from me. Like,
yeah.
And this comes with emotions as well. It's not just like something. It comes with emotions. And one thing that's really hard to change about people is their emotions.
Yeah.
You can just change how someone feel. You can change it. It's going to take a long time to change it. So, yeah.
So then you got that strong base, that strong emotional backing, that strong logical backing almost.
Yeah.
That is already hard to change.
Yeah.
But because you know that positive things make you even better, you're already in a good state. Or not necessarily a good state, but you've already got that strong base, that strong backing, and you're moving forward into positive, higher, even better sort of scenario than you were previously.
Yeah. And also one thing is when we go back to Ghana, right? I know how life is right there. It's so hard. It's so hard to even get like something to eat. That's why if you notice, I don't really eat that much, because I grew up. The way I grew up was to always share what you have. You don't eat to be full. You eat to survive. Right.
So surplus to you is like,
yeah, it's
what
like,
do you mean?
Like right now, I haven't eaten that much. I told you my noodles is still there. I just have like 2 spoons, but I feel fine. It's almost like 3, and I haven't eaten, and I'm fine. Because I grew up like this. You have to wait till there's food, and the food, it's not going to fill you up. You have to share with people. So now it's like, that's why it's so hard for me to eat. I can just stay with no food for a day and I'll be fine. I just need water. I can drink water, train, because I used to train there and like go soccer and everything. All that we need is just water. That's all that they give it to us. You drink water, you go play, so that you can get that, how do I say? Like, so you don't feel hungry. You just play. It's like your friends are there, you playing, drinking water. You don't feel hungry for a long time. Because you know there's no food. If the moment you start to sit, you start to think about food. So you're just always going to keep moving, always keep moving, get water in. That's why I'm like this right now. It's so hard for me to eat. And that's the reason why. Like, I don't really tell people why. I just said, I'm just food. But it's just like I grew up we eat just to survive, not to be full, you know? Yeah.
Crazy how that mentality, and it is a mentality thing. It's not like physically you could go and consume heaps of food,
but
heaps of calories, but like it's against your nature.
Yeah, it's just like back there. It's just like people people need to survive. People need this food to survive. So why would I just finish all this food whilst people need this to survive? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if they had the amount of food I had, like there'd be no issues.
There'll be no issues. That'll be like a party for them.
Yeah.
Eating what I'm eating right now. They'll make like a big party about that. And it's just like, I know it's like if you haven't lived in that kind of state, you think, oh nah, it's just, you know. But if you live there and you know how it is, it's so hard. Like you feel so hungry. You can see all your bones, your ribs. You think you have abs, but it's just you're just dying from hunger. Yeah. Like you see all these boys, like if you see them, like I'll show you a video of my mate, and you think this guy is so ripped, but he's dying from hunger.
Why are we laughing at this?
Yeah, it's so funny. Like,
What?
you see, he's so jacked.
I don't know if I'll be able to say that. But
Yeah. You see, he's so jacked. But he's hungry. He was telling me, bro, I'm hungry, but I'm just working hard, you know, so I don't feel hungry. So this is what we do, like.
Oh, the distraction.
This is a distraction. Like, he's so hungry, but he's doing this just to feel better.
Yeah.
So he doesn't feel hungry. So, yeah, that's why I don't really like eating that much. Because I wish I would be able to share what I have. But here, like, you can't really share what you have because everyone is full. Yeah, everyone is full. But behind my head, that's why I'm saying it's so hard to change someone's mindset.
Yeah.
Like now, because I have that base there, it's just so hard for anyone to tell me just eat. That's what I'm saying. You can just force me to eat, because in my head, I know I know the reason why.
Yeah.
I just don't say.
And they won't really understand, so it's hard to sort of
say.
So
I'm like, you don't really want to, like, I don't have to tell you, you know.
It's like, oh, I'm just full.
Even if I tell you, you wouldn't understand anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's experience. You have to go through that to understand what I'm talking about.
Well, I guess then the last thing we should try and do before we wrap it up is everyone's going to have that different base, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have that, like, it doesn't have to be like hunger or not enough, or it could be other things that are sort of holding them back.
Yeah.
Like not eating, in reality, someone will go, oh, I wish I had that base, you know.
I wish,
that means I would be skinny, or I'd be
skinny,
ripped, or whatever it is. But it could be something else that sort of holds them back. It could be, I don't know, a big one is like the drinking we talked about, or partying, or drugs, or just negative sort of mentality about everything in life.
It can be anything.
So then if everyone's different, like you say, everyone's different, that approach of, okay, don't try and do a drastic change, but why not try and change your environment? 2-3 people that are positive, try and associate yourself with them, or try and join a group that's associated with positive people, and see how that goes. Like there's not really any risk that's involved with that.
Yeah.
The only risk is, oh yeah, I didn't really like that, and I'm back to my old sort of friends, right? Yeah. So have you said that to other friends?
Yeah. For me, I always tell this to even my clients. Like some of my clients, they do train and hang out with their friends, and I'm like, if your friends, if you're not influencing your friends will influence you. It's either way. It's gonna go either way. It's either you influence them or they influence you. It's just, like for me right now, I'm trying to, like, you can see it, like I'm trying to get all my friends. I'm trying to influence my friends, trying to get them in. You talk to Ezekiel every day.
Ezekiel.
Now, he's now he's eating so much now. He's trying to bulk up. Now he's starting with what I was doing before, doing body weight. I'm like, you know what? I don't want you to. You don't have to do like a dramatic change, like go from doing nothing to coming to the gym, smashing weight. I'm like, start with training by yourself. You know, he started eating. He gave himself like 2 months. He's gonna finish this week. He's gonna finish like eating. Gonna start with body weight training. Train for like 2 months, and then come to the gym, and then we go from there.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So it's just like a little change. Try not to do like a big change. Trying to go from 0 to 100, and that's what really affects some of the clients as well. Because some clients will come in and be like, "Oh, can I be like this photo?" And I'm like, "You don't know how long it took that person to get there."
Yeah.
And some even use me as an example. I want to be like you. I'm like, bro, you don't want to be like me, bro. If I have to sit you down and tell you everything, you wouldn't even wish to be like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, all right, in order for you to be like me, you gotta go way back.
You gotta
do
go
this, go through this, go through this. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think you survive, you know? I don't think you have to be. I'm not saying I'm something, but I don't think you survive. Right?
Yeah.
So always try to, go slow, you know what I mean? Just take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Just don't think about how do I get 100% better. Think, how do I get 1% better?
Yeah.
Then do that every day. 1%.
Yeah.
1%.
It's like people say the future, right? The future is right now. Whatever I do right now, that reflects my future, right? People think, oh, it's like training. Oh, I want to get 100 squats. You can just wait for like 1 year and you get there. You got to take it day by day and improve. Let's go from 70 and build it up to 100. So your 100 that you want to get, it's what you do right now. That's going to reflect if you're going to get that 100 or not.
Mm. Yeah, like your actions now will affect your future.
It'll affect your future.
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Let's
from
do
now.
it. Yeah, from now. So you got to take it one step at a time. Always, I think the big thing is always trying to be humble. And so, yeah, just be patient.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that concludes the podcast.
Yeah.
Take it one step at a time, 1% at a time. Your future is now.
Your future is now. It's right now. What you do, it's all in your hands right now. So what you do, it's going to reflect what your future will be. So
there we go. Well,
always.
Thanks for coming back again.
Yeah, more to come.
Yeah, more to come again.
Dizzy.
There we go.
All done?
Yeah.
Thanks.